I want to talk about van life versus Troopy life, and I want to tell you a little bit about my Troopy, and I'll let you know how much it cost me. Also, why I chose the Troopy and why I think it is the ultimate travelling vehicle that you can possibly get at the moment in 2022. Why did I choose a Troopy? Well, I used to own a Toyota Hiace van. I had it for about 10 years. It had a very basic setup in it with a bed and an awning and a bit of storage space. I drove that van across Australia from the west coast to the east coast twice, and I fucking loved it. I think that's when I fell in love with travel, just being able to have pretty much a portable bedroom that you can pull up anywhere and you've got all your comforts and everything you need. When I was living in WA, most of my friends had four-wheel drives, and we would always go places camping up the beach or bush camping or just rural spots where you need a four-wheel drive to get to it. And I always wanted to take my van, but I never could take my van, obviously, and it frustrated me. So I decided to get a four-wheel drive, but I loved the van life so much that I wanted to combine the two. And that's where a Troopy comes in. There's no vehicle quite like a Troopy that is basically a van that's a four-wheel drive that can go anywhere. And I have not looked back. Troopy is pretty small as far as vans go, but it is the only vehicle that is anything like it, where you can go pretty much wherever you want, beach camping, bush camping, and still have a van-like setup in the back. Now, when I finally had the money to buy a Troopy, I tossed up between getting the Troopy or getting a very nice van. The amount of money I spent on the Troopy, I could have got a top-of-the-class van with all the bells and whistles. I don't know if you've watched the Fine Print YouTube channel. A guy named Trent, he's American or Canadian. I think he's Canadian. He has an epic van set up with a kitchen, a shower, everything you could possibly need. And if I was to go the van setup, I would have got something like that. And the money I spent on the Troopy, I could have got something like that. But especially now, Troopies are way too expensive. Prices have gone right up. I bought this at the right time, I think, just before prices went insanely stupid. But still, the amount of money I spent on this Troopy, I could have got an epic van. But I would have been limited where I could go. No beach camping, no four-wheel drive tracks, no river crossings. And I've got to say, I have no regrets buying the Troopy, because this thing will take me anywhere. And I fucking love it. much did it cost me? Well, it's a 2014 BDJ78 Workmate troop carrier. It had 106,000 kilometers on the clock when I bought it back in early 2021, and I paid $55,000. It was mostly stock when I bought it, and I've easily spent 20 grand on it since then on things like awnings, underbody, water tank, the fit out, winch, audio system, all sorts of stuff. And I've just forked out $14,000 for the roof conversion. Making my way south to eventually get to the Sunshine Coast, where I have an appointment with Sean from Mission 4x4 to get the roof conversion done on the Troopy, finally. So subscribe or stick around if you want to see how that goes. I'm going to try and document the process, and I'll do a little review or a first impressions on the roof conversion. I'm getting the why can't I say it properly? I'm getting the Alu-Inovations roof conversion done. I was going to go the Alu-Cab, but after speaking to Sean, he's convinced me to go the Alu-Innovations, and he's even offered to fly over from Perth to the Sunshine Coast to do the job for me, which I think is amazing, and he seems like a really great bloke. So once that's done, I will do a quick review and first impressions, and I'll show you guys how it looks. I can't say Troopy Life is better than van life, because Troopy Life is van life on steroids.